Hello dear children, we have to study now the uses of radioactive element, but before that we should know what radioactive element means. Some of the radioactive element you would have seen in your day to day life, that is radium on your watches, on the clock, wall clock, or nowadays you get mountain or Sprite bottle, Mountain Dew bottles on your clothes. Some radioactive letters are there which emits out its own light, isn't it? We have bulb, but bulb gives out light with the help of electricity. If electricity is put off, we will not get that light. Bulb will not glow. But these are the substance, but not actually the substance, they are the elements, okay, pure form of the substance, which have the capacity to emit light. So these elements are called as radioactive elements. These are not actually the light, but these are the radiation. How sun gives out the radiation, same way the radiations are given out by some of the elements from the nature. These are natural elements, not man-made. Okay, and these elements are called as radioactive elements, and we have this type of radioactive elements in the nature. It can be in the form of rocks. It is there inside the mountains. Some elements are there present in the plants also, in the trees, in the leaves. Okay, some radiation is there inside our body also. So this type of radioactive elements are there which keeps on emitting light into the atmosphere. Okay, so this type, some of the radioactive elements are harmful and some are very useful. So some radioactive elements which are given here in your textbook, for example, these are uranium, thorium, radium. They have the property to spontaneously emit out the light into the atmosphere wherever they are. So how this radioactive element is discovered and who discovered it? So first, you could see here, I have shown you the picture of radioactive element that is called as uranium. Uranium, you must have heard, it is used for nuclear power plant also, for giving out the fuel, as well as it is used for curing some of the harmful diseases also. So first of all, these elements have very high atomic number. High atomic number means their atom have large amount of electrons, as well as that means they have large amount of protons and electrons. They have hundreds of electrons moving around in the orbit of each atom of these element. So the radiation occurs from the unstable nucleus, the nucleus which is there inside the atom of this element. That nucleus is unstable. That means it can be changed, its protons can be changed from one to another. That means its atomic masses can differ. Okay, so there are a large amount of isotopes of this type of elements. So let's start with from where you have one, your introduction to the scientist, that is there is a French scientist Henri Becquerel. Okay, he was studying some radioactive element, and what he did, a compound of barium was kept in the drawer. Compound of barium was kept in his drawer, and there was a box which contains X-ray films. Okay, X-ray film, you must have heard X-ray film. That box was having X-ray film, and on that box a key was placed. Okay, and in that drawer a radioactive element, that is uranium, a compound of uranium was placed in the drawer. Afterwards the drawer was closed, and after some days, it was not been noted down, after some days when he opened the drawer and removed out these X-ray films. X-ray film, you know what, when you go for an X-ray you get a flame out of that photo. Okay, so that the blank X-ray films were there. He found out, every X-ray film, he found out that there was a image of key which was placed on the box. That image of key was found on all the X-ray flame. Okay, so he imagined that, or he invented that uranium compound which was present in the drawer, it emitted out some radiations, and this radiation passed to from that key was a metal key, passed from that key and was able to form a image on that X-ray film. So they started, this gave him a boost to start with some inventions, some discoveries with this type of elements. Further, Madame Curie and her husband, they started discovering different types of radioactive elements from the nature. Okay, they too have received Nobel awards for these inventions and the discoveries, and they started discovering the properties of these radioactive elements, and based on that they have received the Nobel prizes for giving out the properties of uranium, thorium, radium, which are already there into the atmosphere. So let's study about something about this radioactive substances. See, this is an uranium. This is also an uranium, but it is inside the stone, inside the rock. Okay, then now this rock has to be carved, have to be cleaned properly so that it gives out this radioactive element. Suppose if this rock is kept in the dark, this rock will keep on shining because it is having that uranium inside it. Okay, this way some of most of the radioactive elements are there packed inside the rocks, inside the mountains. So here what radioactive element is and our light is, the difference here is given: radiation, radioactivity and radioactive material. Light bulb, it emits out light, okay, and gives us the brightness, but radioactive substances, they have the ability from inside which gives out, which emits the radiation. This is been found by the having the unit called as watt. Okay, and unit of radioactivity is becquerel. It is based on the scientist. This is a symbol which is used wherever the radioactive substances are either transported or either stored or either they are found in the nature. There this symbol is being used, as well as this symbol you can find it on the modern periodic table where radioactive elements are placed. So this symbol is for radioactive substances or radioactive compound or radioactive elements where it can emit out radiation. This symbol can be used into the nature if it is found somewhere on the mountains or placed on, that means there is some radioactive substances there, or either there is some harmfulness, that is some dangerous sign. Okay, now the property of radioactive substance, as this Becquerel has studied, one radioactive substance were placed in the lead box, you could see it emits out light. Two electric charge plates were kept in between the path of these light rays. One charge plate was having positive charge and another plate was having negative charge, and this ray passed through that charge plate. You will find one ray bend towards positive, another ray bend towards negative, and the third ray, that is in the middle, you will find it went straight. Now what conclusion can you make out as per your previous knowledge? The substance which attracts towards the positive charge, that substance is usually the opposite charge substance, isn't it? That substance is usually the opposite charge substance. The substance which attracts towards positive, that means that substance is negatively charged. The substance which attracts towards negative, that is positively charged. And the substance which do not attract at all to negative and positive, that means it is neutral, it doesn't have any charge. So the scientists found out that The rays which are emitted, radiation which is emitted from any of the radioactive substances, these have different types of radiation. They have positively charged rays, negatively charged rays, and no charge rays, that is neutral rays. Now here, the ray which is attracted towards positive charge plate, that ray is given the name, you could find the orange ray, that ray is given the name as beta rays. The ray which is having positive charge, green ray, you could see that green ray is a positively charged ray, okay, that is called as alpha rays. See the symbol, it is the Greek letters alpha, beta and gamma. So alpha rays are positively charged rays, beta rays are negatively charged rays, and gamma rays are neutral rays. That means they do not have any charge, so they went straight. There is a photographic plate. Now from this photographic plate, some of those radiation can penetrate this plate and go the other side. Some radiation can turn back from the plate, okay, so these or some radiation can deviate. You could see here the same diagram. The lead box is there, and in that lead box radioactive material uh, is been inserted. Two plates are there, positive and negative charge plates. Towards negative, what will attract? Alpha rays. Towards positive, who will attract? Beta rays. And who doesn't attract at all to alpha, to positive and negative, that is the gamma rays. So radioactive, and this is experiment is being performed by Rutherford, okay. So those rays which deviate slightly towards negative charge plate, these rays are called as alpha rays. Those rays which bend towards positive, these are called as beta rays, and those towards did not bend, they are called as gamma rays, okay. So till here you have studied. Now your, just a minute, something can bit. Okay, these are some of your, now there is properties in your textbook also. They have properties and properties of those alpha, beta and gamma rays. What are these alpha rays? They are actually the helium nucleus. They consist of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Beta rays, they are electrons, basic elementary particles in all atoms. Beta rays are actually electrons. Alpha rays are actually the helium nucleus. And what are gamma rays? They are electromagnetic waves consisting of photons, okay, the rays which comes from sun, okay, these are electromagnetic waves. Next is the charge. What charge alpha rays have? Alpha rays have positive charge. You could see positive charge, two positive. Beta rays are negatively charged particles, and gamma rays have zero charge particle. Ionizing power 100 times greater than beta rays and 10,000 times greater than alpha rays. They can become ionized. Ionizing means form into ions. Comparatively low, that is beta rays have comparatively low ionization capacity, and gamma rays have less ionization power. Penetrating power. How they can penetrate? Penetrate means they can pass through any substance and go the other side. So we say, isn't it, radiations are harmful for our body. They can penetrate our skin, they can penetrate our body, they can penetrate even your bones. So some of these rays have the penetrating power. So you could see alpha rays have less penetrating power. Even they can stopped by thick paper. Beta rays penetrating power is greater than that of alpha rays. They can penetrate to a thin metal foil also. And gamma rays, you could see they have high penetrating power, and they can penetrate through thick metal also. Thick metal block they can penetrate to that. Effect of electric and magnetic field. If you hold any of the electric field towards this substance, what will happen? Deflected by both the fields. Fleming's left hand rule, these you have to study in your 10th standard only. Now you should know what happens. They are deflected. Deflected means they can change, they can make a conductor to move. Okay, they can change the effect of electricity. So deflected by both the fields, but the direction of deflection is opposite to that of the alpha rays. Suppose instead of electric plate, here if you hold a magnet, see here, instead of these electric charge plates, if you hold an horseshoe magnet, this will become opposite. Alpha rays will come down here and beta rays will go the other side. So they can also be deflected not only by electricity but also by magnet. Okay. Speed, their speed, how they travel, race. Okay, they have the velocity because they are waves, so they have speed. Their speed ranges from 110 to 120 times the speed of light. Their speed can go up to 9 tenth times the speed of light. They travel with the speed of light. See here, the penetrating power of each ray. Alpha ray cannot penetrate through even though the paper. Beta rays can penetrate your paper, your hand can stop it. But gamma rays can penetrate the paper also, can penetrate your skin, your bones, and can go to the other side. Can penetrate your walls also. So you have seen your mobile ranges. It crosses mobile radiation. It is penetrating to your concrete walls, penetrating to your brick, wherever you are. There you get a range. Why you get a range? Because these radiations are traveling inside. They are traveling from inside our body. Okay. So here you could see the penetrating power of alpha, beta and gamma radiation. Uses of some radioactive substances are there. Their uses you have to study. First is industrial use, field of agriculture and medical science. Okay. So first we will study about radioactive isotope. Iodine 129. It is used to check some radioactivity counters in vitro diagnostic testing laboratory. Iodine 131 used to treat thyroid, that is goiter disease. Iridium in brachytherapy, tumor irradiation, and phosphorus 32 and 33 used in molecular biology and genetic research. Okay, iridium 192, it is used in cancer treatment. Okay, that as well as iodine 131, it is used in the treatment of thyroid gland, that is goiter. Cobalt 60, it is used in the radiation therapy or to prevent cancer. Radiation therapy is there for cancer treatment, you know that? Yes. Iodine 131, it is used for brain tumors, monitor cardiac muscles as well as liver and thyroid activity. It monitors the cardiac means your heart muscles. Carbon 14, it is used to study the metabolism changes of patient with diabetes, gout and anemia. Carbon 11, these are the isotopes tagged onto glucose to monitor organs during PET scan. Sodium 24, it study of your blood circulation. All these isotopes are there, radioactive elements are there, they are injected literally in our body. okay, as well as either they are injected or either they are passed as per your x-ray. How the rays are passed through your body, same way these substances are passed into your body to detect some defects inside our body. So these are different types of radioactive elements which helps for detection as well as cure of some of the harmful diseases. So these we will study in detail further. There is one video, I'll show you the video. See here the uses of radioactive isotopes. Okay, so radioactive isotopes have a radioactive nature called as radioisotopes. They give out, you could see they emit out some radiation from them. This isotope is used in the medicine, in agriculture, in different types of industries as well as meteorology. So radioactive sodium, you could see, is used for detection of clot inside the blood. Salt solution of sodium is injected into the limbs and it detects. Radioactive cobalt, okay, rays are sent into the body for detection of some defects. Radioactive iodine, let's see, for curing the goiter. Industrial uses are also there. So what industrial uses can be? Radiography, to find out the cracks in the machine. You could see radiograph, finding out the cracks. So for mineral analysis, for finding out the atomic structure of a substance, or it finds out some luminant paint as well as helps in the radioactive paints. On the roadsides nowadays you have seen all the boards are painted with radioactive substance, so they emit light in the night and we could find the direction. Okay, this way they start working into the industries. Radioactive substances are used in agriculture field also. So some substances are injected into the plant. Now radiation can be passed into the plant and this pupa, you could see, is unfertile because of the radiation which is passed into the body of that insect. That insect is not able to fertilized, not able to reproduce further. You could see, as well as this plant emitting out the radiation from it, leaves emitting out the radiation from it helps in keeping away the virus and diseases, other diseases also. Okay.